and I want to talk to you about one of the products that's in the catalogue, and then a product that's in the Salebration catalogue. Stick to the one in question. And as I saw this set, I thought of my daughter. She loves books. Yeah. I think I better just briefly go over that again because I'm not quite sure whether anybody could hear me. So briefly, I'm going to choose a stamp set out of the mini catalogue and a stamp and die set out of 7% of them. So the one I've chosen to do is called For the Books. And when I saw this, I just thought of my daughter because she loves books and she has friends who also love books. So I just thought, I've got her. So that's one that we're going to concentrate on first. I'll just show you briefly the Salebration. What? Now this is called the Heart-Shaped Bundle. Whether you can see that. And this, if you spend £110, you can get this set for free. And you get the stamp set and a die set. So I'll show you those more in detail a little later on. So let's get on the For the Books set. To show you how I sorted it out. So here we go. So I've stored my dies on my magnetic strip again. There's not many dies with this set, and some of them are quite small, so I needed to keep those in there. Just to show you how they turn out. This is how the book from that on the stitch design. That's the pages of the books that you stick on the bottom there to make it look like that's a little bookmark tag that you can put sticking in the book. This is a tassel, and this is a little bit fiddly, and I'll show you how that works. And so that's the hole that's picked out. So if you wanted to punch the hole, that's how you do it with that die set. So let's just put that to one side, and I'll show you a few things that I've been doing with it. So the first thing that I made was bookmark, but it also can be a book tracker. So once you're reading books, you can follow them. If you set yourself a challenge, how many books you're going to read, I don't know, in 6 months, in a month, and then you can follow them in as you've read them until you've finished your book. Useful if you want to set yourself a challenge, or if you want to encourage a young child to get reading. So I've shown you how that's made. That's simple. You start with 16 centimeters by 5 centimeters piece of card, 2 pieces of card, because you'll see why in a moment. And then at the 4 centimeter mark, you might be able to see it, pencil mark down, because that's where your shelf is going to go across. Okay. And now we're going to do. Is there something wrong with my microphone? Just have a look, getting some messages coming through. Okay, I'm going to carry on because I don't think I'm not getting any messages to say start again. So I've stamped the books onto the shelf like that. I can show you some stamping later on in another project, but it's all about using some blends to colour it whatever colour scheme you want to go for. So I'm loving these blends. So I just chose this is Mossy Meadow, and it's basically just colour in the spines of your books like that. Just letting the little stripy detail keep them clear till you've got all your books coloured in. And then for the back of the bookshelf, I used light crumb cake. As you can see on that one, it looks as if it's sort of in shadow because it's not like a big block of colour in it. It does look faded and toned. So basically, you want to colour in all around your books like that. Quite therapeutic till you've covered in the whole shelf like that. I'm not going to sit here all evening colouring these in. I'm going to show you what I did next to make the wood. I'll put the lid on there. Just move those out of the way so I can see what I am doing. Okay, so what I got here is from the Country Woods set. They've got some lovely wood effect DSP. Well, you can see it. Take it down a bit. And that's just to 1/2 centimetre. So basically, I'm going to cut it into 2 long strips like that and glue those up both sides like that. I'll just demonstrate on one side and you'll see where I'm coming from. This is definitely a silicone moment because it's going to go either side. I'm not careful. And then we'll get glue everywhere, like I just did. So we'll put the edge of the bookcase on, like that. Just into place. Then do the other side as well, and then I can show you how we do the shelves. Spread the glue along like that. And when I've got a moment, I'll finish colouring this in. But it wouldn't be very exciting if I spent all night colouring, because it really is blocks of colour to give that general impression. So get the snips and snip off the ends. Tidy those. And then we're going to stick another piece of the wood in on the shelves like that. So I'll just do that one in there and then you'll get the general gist, and then we can move into another project to show you this set and the Salebration set. So I'm just going to rip off like that. Got a bit of glue going on there, so I'm going to get a bit sticky. Maybe wipe off when it's still a bit wet. There we go. So that's how you would build up your bookmark slash like that. You get your 2 sections in of wood there and there, there. And then think about using the whole die, but it was all a bit too much for me and I thought I'll make a mess of this. So, where's that gone? You've got a hole there. It's right over there. I've got one of these hole makers. I'm going to go in, make a hole in the middle, going to eyeball it. There we go. And then we can thread some ribbon through. I'll just show you how I did with this one. This is matched it with the peach pie on that book there. So I got some peach pie ribbon. Cut it so it looked quite nice on the ends. And then we'll poke it through the hole, like, and then through the loop. There you go. There's your bookmark / tracking. Okay, so these ones out of the way. They're going on my filing cabinet on the floor. Let's tidy my switch. And we can move on. So this next project is literally taste the catalogue. I now don't know where the photograph has gone. But it's kind of like this one here. So I thought, let's have a go at that one, and then we'll put a bit of it on it. So this is my end result. You can see I've used Pretty Peacock for the book because I thought that looked really lovely, and different colours matching this DSP. Now this DSP has come from the utterly adorable set, which is an online exclusive. Now I just loved this paper, thought it was fantastic. So that was the reason I bought that paper. So the right letters on the other side. This is the side I thought looked amazing. So hopefully I know all the bits and we can hook on and we can have a go at this one. I've just finished the tassels, but I'll show you how you make them. So let's get more bits and pieces out. And we'll have a go. And there's a special, yes. Right, so we have, this is where my great organisation skills is descending to chaos because it's all here. And now I shall chuck it up in the air and it will all go a bit pear-shaped. So we've got like ordinary sized cardstock card base. Then we've got a mat of early espresso, which is 10 centimeters by 10.4. No, 14.4, a big card. Then we've got a DSP, that is 9.5 centimeters by 13.9 centimeters. So that goes on there. I've already punched out the 2 circles. That's the original card here. Early espresso circle. Using the inks dot, and then ready to stamp on the white 2 3/4 inch circles. Okay, so I think we'll do our stamping first, so that's that out of the way. We just find the centre. I've got really organised, and that's probably completely disappeared now. Let's fill the box, let's find, see if it's still in here. Yes, it is. It's in here. So let's get a Stampin' Up, a huge black grey, very small stamp, and we're using early espresso. Okay. We're going to get a piece of scrap so that you can see what I'm doing. Smooth everything up and out of the way. Okay. We've got For You. Just going to have a look at the just before I. There we go. That's coming out lovely. So I think For You in the middle, because I thought that was one of the nicest sentiments on it, because you could make it just as a because you can card for birthday, the right over in the middle, so I'm giving you a blank card Well, it looks a bit lost back for you in there. Is it in focus? So I had a little play and I did some stamping off, where you stamp it on your scrap and then go to your main piece of card that you want. And I did them at all sorts of angles, and like I said, stamp off again, like that, just to give it a bit more substance, so it wasn't all on its own, that for you. Okay, there we go. And I thought that just gave it a little bit more oomph rather than a little for you on its own. So let's get rid of that. Now let's put the lid on this. I do not want to get ink everywhere. So what we're going to do is we're going to glue these bits and bobs on to the in the right place. We know what to do. Look, there's one of the offers on the other side. I'm not getting. There we go. It's sweet. I just love that side. Let me get this onto our mat. So nice forward, round. Gonna there we go. The mat onto the cards. Now it can be flat. Well, that's stuck down nicely. And now I'm going to glue this bit onto the dark circle. Like there. Light bulb moment. Because I've got some black dimensionals. So when you look down the side of your card, down there, you don't see white dimensionals because it's a dark colour, you see. And so I thought, right, it's time to get my black dimensional. Can you see? Well, you can't see them because of black, can't you? So, black dimensionals. There we go. You get a couple of little ones and a couple of big ones in the same bucket. And this is actually the first time I've used them in anger. So we're taking off our bits again. Right. Oops, and then it's going to go up in that corner there. Right, now we move on to the bit here. So I've got my book, and I've got my pages of my book will go on there, and I've got the little tag, the bookmark at the bottom. So fiddly. Let's get me silicone mat seems to have flown off, so I don't know where that's gone. So we'll just bit of glue on this because it glues through the slits, and you do have to be a bit quick with this because you need to slide your little tag in between the slits with a little bit of glue on it at the same time. Like, see if I can get it. Might have to use me take a bit just to raise it up a little bit. There we go. Slide a little tag in like that. So that's going to go on there like that. Now I am going to glue that over. As you can see, the tassels are quite raised up. So if my book was raised up, then it would all be getting a bit high, obviously with postage costs. Before start to add. So the tassels. So we've got the profile, slate grey, I think that is, and there's because these are all the colours, the colour in the DSP. So, look, I'll show you what we do. So it's the glue just across the top. And then we start to roll them up like that. Once you get it going, it's not too bad. Turn it round and round, round and round and round. And then you've got the tassel, which you can just spread the bits out like that to make it look a little bit more tassely. Like that. And then we move on to sticking to me. The next one, glue on the end. Like that. And we start to twist again. Like we did last summer. Here we go. Delirious now. There we go. Just twist it round, twist it round, twist it round. So that's in place. Just spread out little bends bits so it looks a little bit more tassel-like. And then the last one, just glue again. Round and round, round and round. And then I started to think, how am I going to get these attached on a piece of string or something? So just tweak those out a bit. I thought, well, I have to get the sewing needle out, I think. Which is exactly what I need. So I've got this twine that I thought matched very nicely. Can you see the colour? Matched very nicely with the DSP. So my idea was, while the glue was reasonably wet still, I've already threaded my needle to poke twine up the tassel. And what colour on my next one? White next. The tassel like that. Pull out my other thread because it's still getting a bit long and sticky. We have a friend who doesn't like to get their hands sticky. So whenever we're with them, there's always a standing joke of sticky hands. And now I've got myself in a bit of a heat. So we'll just carry on and see what we can manage. So then into the final tassel, like that. It should really be one thread, but it's not playing tonight. Like that. I'm going to cut that one off. So just take one. Just get rid of that one. Slips. Just cut end off so it doesn't dangle out of the bottom. And then, so it's all on the needle still. We see like that. So what we're going to do now is going to cut it off the needle like that. Okay. So that's the tassel like that. And what we're going to do is it's going to just fall free, and then we're going to tuck the string down the back of the book like that. And I have the needle sticking clearly. Right, so now I've got the bag, so I'm going to stick that in the back of it. glue the book. Right. Okay, that's going on at a jaunty angle, like that. So, showed Fiona this card when I was making it. She asked me to make one for her sisters on a birthday race. She's 25 friends. So she's going to put her introduction inside a book. So, and then inside, what did I do inside? I decided on another piece of white card just from the Stid Essential set again. This is the sort of the set. So that will just inside when you've written it, ready to send to Boomer. So those are the more close, directly sort of copied from the catalogue. I've tweaked it with my DSP just to make it a little bit more. So really pleased with those ones. Right, another project from the book set. This is something I have had in my head for a little while, because I'd seen somebody else using this setup. This bookshelf is from the fishing tackle gone fishing. Wait, let's get that right. And in it, you have a tackle box die. And I've been thinking that's going to be useful for something else. I wasn't quite sure what. And this set brought it into its own. So, way. And I will set through on this one. I'll just tell you briefly how to put it together because it's times marked. And there's the other set of black dimensionals over the big ones. So we'll put those up there. Okay. So very espresso cardstock, ordinary size. Okay. Then we die cut out of white the tackle box die and punch out all the little squares. Now these, don't throw them away. They're so useful. One of them will return to the tackle box as well. So what we do is we glue, first of all, we get set. And we just cut off these bits of the side of the tackle box. There. That was the fasten. And these are the hingy bits. Like that. And then we're going to stick that to a piece of white card. As long as it's bigger than the tackle box, it's fine because all that's going to be cut away. And there, to do a bit of cheating on this, we're going to stamp the books again in the bookshelf. And I've even used the little pair of glasses on the top of one of the stacks of books. Okay. So before we go any further, we're now going to taken the wood again from the country wood set, and we're going to stick that over the top of the stamping that we've done. But having just said that, the best thing to do next is to actually turn it in, because then it doesn't matter if it goes on the white or anything like that. It doesn't matter, because we're going to cover it up in the wooden outline. So again, it's cut off the fastened of the wood with the tackle and the hinges like that, and then that will be glued on like and just get it in place. I've got too much glue on my hands now. That's going to go on like that. So I'm going to sit here and colour again. So that's how that would go on. So I'll just show you how I did the sending the happy thoughts. So I've got my paper on my early espresso. Then I'm finding my sending happy thoughts. Did I put that back in the well? Yes, I did. And this has come from the Artful Amaryllis. Love this set. I'm going to be using that in my January classes. Looking forward to playing around with that. So it's fine. Some of the so let's just stamp this and I'll show you. Because I've coloured the background in front page again. I wanted similar brown in the background. What have I done with that? Have I put it away? I put it away. Blimey, put something away. So sending happy thoughts. I just thought that was a rather nice sentiment. It fitted in my box I wanted to use. I'm just going to get the pencil cake. And I'm going to get my blending brush. And have a little trick. Just roll it round and round and round like that. Okay, keep banging my pole. I'll have a look just to see how it comes out. It's coming out nicely. Then I'm going to just go over happy thoughts like that till it all blends nicely with our thumb cake. We've already coloured our background in on our place. And then to finish it off, I used the what have I I've put them somewhere. Here. These embellishments. And that's fun. They're the faux glass dots. And I think they're rather lovely that go with all these sort of colours that I've been using. So I used 3 of the green ones on there just to give it a bit of. I have to put my hand in the ink. And inside I've used a banner die cut to put my message on, wish happy birthday or whatever you feel is appropriate for whom you're sending the card to. So that is the end of the sector. Right, we'll move on. I'm just going to have to everything over here out of the way. See, it all started off very organised, and I knew this would happen. It just gets chaotic because I get carried away, all the rest of it. So let's move on to the celebration project I was talking about, which is the heart-shaped, well, which is the £110 free product that you get. And inside, there's no stamps in this, but this is all, they've already been put on blocks to show you how to use them. So I've got my dies on my magnetic sheets again, keep them safe, and then I've blacked them out so that you can see exactly what you're getting. That one there is actually, it's stamped with the flowers, but that's how it gets cut out. So that's just to show you how that all works out. So this project, I decided that I'd focus on using the dies and then the stamps. So I've got 2 little projects for this. them all out. So this is just using the dies. And I thought that was just rather strict. I've used magnet sized paper. I'll just sit it just for the change. It's very simple, like very delicate, and I just thought the magnet size would just look lovely. And I use the sentiment just because I care. I thought that was rather sweet. And then no naked envelope, little flowers stamped on there. So for good, I've done it with all the bits ready. So, and even better than that, I remembered to put some self-adhesive on the back. The hardest bit is just to piggle the self-adhesive off. Just bear with. There we go. I've just got into that. Put it carefully so that I don't rip any of the die cuts. My Karen's Poppy Parade, sort of to be nice and punchy against the white. Sort of would make it stand out. I'm just going to place this on my grid. I'll stand a fighting chance of getting it in the middle. And don't pull your shape too much because it'll put it out of shape. There we go. That's the heart in place. And then for the flowers, I did the same with the sticky on the back. And I did 3 of those. I'm just going to stick that on the edge there and get my green bits because I put those bits down first. So let's just get those green bits down. Just about halfway down there. Next green bit. That as well. With this more sort of spriggy bit. Right. And I did actually take off the bottom 2 leaves because it was a bit long and it stuck out. Now it stuck to me, stuck out. So all the green bits are in place like that. Now I can start sticking my flowers up. Like so. Just going to put those on top of each other. Oh, that's it. Thought it was plenty, but silly devils with it. There we go. And then I'll put my banner that's also the die out of the die that I'm gonna there. So what we'll do is we'll stick this into place so we know where our edge is. Is it just dangle over the edge if we're not careful? Chuck on the glue onto the mat. Quite nice working with a smaller sized card. And I glue that onto the Poppy Parade mat. And I'll put my banner put just because I care. Now, in theory, might be, it's already ready on the stuff. So, my Poppy Parade, there's my piece of scrap, new bit, Okay. And the stamp. Right. There we go. Oops. That's a nice ink all over it. Put it on there. And going to dimensionalize this. I'm going to have it dangling slightly over there because I don't want to cover my flowers too. I'll just put it down there. Let's get some dimensions. I've got the white ones now because obviously that one look quite ridiculous on this set. There we go. And put 3 on there. Like that. Okie dokie. 1, 2, 3. That's going to go it's down here, I think, because I don't want to cover up my flowers. And last final bit, Druzy Gems. Beautiful. I'm going to put 1 on just for a little bit of sparkle on that corner there. Okay, so there we go. That's just using the dies. I mean, obviously I've printed that bit. I just thought I wanted to play with just the dies, and then I wanted to play with stamp sets. So this was what I decided on with the stamp set. You can see how delicate the heart is on the stamp set. And you may recognise these squares. They came out of the fishing tackle box. And I thought, be a bit useful. So I'll just show you how to do this stamping bit, because I think we all know how to stamp. I will show you how to edge that, because I know time marching on. I just got my garden green. I thought I'd go for some nice bright colours and make stamp stuck to my stamp. So, regular size cardstock, map in Poppy Parade, and then we've got our piece of cardstock that we're going to do our stamping on. So, garden green. What I shall do is I shall get first just put my stamp on my scrap. That's amazing, isn't it? Okay, so I'm gonna put a nice bold part in the middle. Okay, and then I'm just going to go off to the left. Still part 3, slightly to one side, and then we get a paler heart. And then I'm going to go a little bit to the other side and stamp it. So we get an even smaller heart. I was actually just playing around with a piece of scrap paper, and I just stamped the stamp off from the piece of scrap paper, and I was something about. So I did that with the we decided we didn't want really bold, bright flowers. So I got flowery stuff. But I'll show you how they come out quite bold. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the same again with the flowers. So nice paper. Get rid of the bold stamp. Go to the pale stamp. And there we go. Nice pale. And then we link that in with the pinks like that in the garden green again. Where's garden green gone? And oh, stamp it off, Caroline. Stamp it off. Just a little sprig there. Do it again. Sprig there. And trail one there. There we go. So that's in the corner, just looking nice and pretty. So what I'm going to do quickly is I'm going to get my rectangle from my tackle box, and I'm going to get my thoughts of you in this heart shape without the set, and I'm just going to stamp that quite normally like that. Okay, and then I just wanted, felt as if it needed just a bit of an outline, so I just put in my ink on its edge, swiftly wafted it about a bit, turned it round, making sure that I didn't get any ink on me, because I had to do this twice because I got ink on it, and then it looked a mess. Just turn it round like that, and then the lid on the ink so we don't get ink everywhere. Right on this moment, and that's going to go on there on our poppy parade, just like that. And I used another Bruisey gem just to give it a little bit of pop, just on one corner. So I am conscious of time, and so I'm just going to very quickly show you this project. I won't demonstrate it to you because it's a piece of another time. Yes. This was using a 1-sheet stamping process. I'll just show you how that's there. I did feet, but you get a piece of A4 card, and I don't know, do a jigsaw, don't I? And you stamp it in a cross shape, like so. You go down, 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 sideways, 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 and then I was stamping off and on again, just getting the different shades of the green, and then we'll come back to looking at that because then you'll see what is that. Then I went in with the flowers. Now this time I was using a South Shamrock and Melanoma and Berry Bliss, because I thought that gave it a really lovely poppy. So out of that one sheet, I've managed to make 4 cards. I used the Blackberry Bliss ribbon, and then just so that I can mention it, basically, is this thank you so very much comes from the stamp set that you can get from the new Joining Up offer. So thank you very much. That is so useful. And a sneaky look what I made. I went no it's done because I really like that. Is I just had a little play with these stamp sets with melon mango as your background and just a bit of blend colouring. So that was the plant in the pot. This is the flower that I just had fun colouring in. And thank you so very much. So you get this stamp set free with the £99 join-up offer, plus 2 sets of marker pens. What is that? So I'm just going to round this off, and I shall demonstrate this more thoroughly in a future video. So I think I've been talking for quite some time now, and the lady that went to that. So I'm just going to show you a project that I made that combines some more celebration products. We've got the DSP from the Bloom Expressions that I was using this morning. We've got the die set from the hearts, what's it called again? The heart-shaped set with the flowers, and the thank you from that set as well. And then used a different DSP because I thought this was a really nice card to show off the different false fact. Really nice card to show off the DSP. And I did some more die cutting on the sides so that you've not got empty sides. And then on the back, I went for some more stamping so that you can put to so. Thank you very much. So that. And there we are. And it folds nice flat for posting. But when you stand it up, it's a nice 3D. Good. And fits in normal envelope. And because I had this because I didn't use it, let's stick it up envelope. So there we go. So I hope you've enjoyed this dramatic presentation. I can be demonstrating this in another video at another time, and I can go through the one sheet makes 4 cards set up. So that's something to look through. So I hope you've enjoyed myself. I'll see if I can get myself to come back on screen without completely beating the system I've got down here. Where's my, oh, there it is. There we go. So, thank you very much for watching. Thank you for the other 2 ladies who have helped me organise all my technical gear. My son also. So thank you